Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazz. But y'all should know that by now. These braids gotta come out soon. I absolutely love them. But I think it's time for them to come out soon. Then I think I'm gonna take a break from braids for a while. Not like a long while. This year, like I really wanted to do protective styles for like most of the year just to, cause my hair does really well under protective styles. I have natural hair, so like it like thrives when I like put it away, which is why you guys have seen me in like twists and braids for most of this year. But I think I want to take a little break, and then later this year when it gets cool, I might straighten it. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, these gotta come out soon. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to come to you guys with a little sit down video, talking about my cut results. It's been a while since I filmed the initial cut. I'm going on a cut video, which I like did my measurements and everything and kind of let y'all know what I was going to be focusing on within my cut. And at this point, I think that might have been almost 2 months ago. If not a little more than two. Actually, I think it's been a little more than 2 months. But I just wanted to come back with like a follow-up video. So my cut went really well. I am at this moment not on my cut. I'm actually reverse dieting, which means I'm slowly adding back in more and more calories. So I'm no longer in a cut, but I think that I'm maintaining my results really well so far. So yeah, I'm gonna insert a picture of my cut results right here. So yeah, really good results. I was really happy with it. My cut lasted about, I think it was like seven weeks. And those two pictures that I showed you, they were about 6.5 weeks apart. Great results. I really wanted to slim down in my midsection a little bit, which I did exactly that. It wasn't like any type of like super dramatic like change in my body change in my body that I was really trying to make. I just wanted to slim down a little bit, and I did exactly that. And I just wanted to go over exactly how I did that. So it was really simple. Number one, calorie deficit, and I talk about this all the time. And again, like I always say, I'm going to continue to talk about it. But that was the main thing that I focused on, was our calorie deficit. Now my deficit was not anything crazy. I did not do a very dramatic deficit at all, but I was very consistent. And how these days, how I really make sure that I am consistent is by tracking my food. And I haven't always tracked my food. I have done fat loss phases where I don't track my food. But this is something that I kind of wanted to start doing about like a year or so ago. Ever since I've, done my cuts over the past year, have been through tracking my calories. I download my FitnessPal, I measure my food, and then I know exactly how many calories I'm eating. And that really allows me to be flexible with it. So since I know exactly how many calories I have left, how many I've eaten, I can intentionally include like small treats for myself throughout the day that make it really easy to stay on track. Because I'm not out here cutting out sugar, I'm not out here cutting out carbs, I'm not out here cutting out completely the things that I like. Now I am eating less of these things and I'm eating them a little less often, but honestly, like not even for the most part, 100%, I did not cut out anything really. It was just a matter of I had to eat it in smaller amounts, and certain things I had to eat less often. But really every day I allowed myself usually something sweet, sometimes something salty, sometimes both, just depending. Now they were small amounts. It wasn't like I was out here just eating, whole bags of chips, things like that. But I was able to fit small treats into my daily diet, which is really nice. Of course, I focused mostly on like nutritious whole foods, focused on protein. Carbs were a big thing for me. Carbs really make me feel energized. So now for some people, low carb works. For a lot of people, it doesn't, just because people tend to like carbs, and carbs also give you energy. So for me, I focus mainly on getting my protein in, and then the rest of my calories I split between carbs and fats. I'm not a huge fan of fats. Now, you want to have some fats because fats are good for you, but you don't have to have a lot of fat, a lot of fat in your diet. So for me, I chose to spend the remaining calories on mostly carbs after I hit my protein goal, and then the rest was just fat. So yeah, that's what I did as far as nutrition, calorie deficit, focus on protein intake, use the rest of my calories for carbs, and then left a handful of calories in my day for something sweet. And then I also, on the weekends, I saved calories for the weekends. So what I did was, it was more of like, I guess you could call it calorie cycling. I chose a specific weekly calorie goal, and then I split it up between like the weekend calories and weekday calories. Now, on the weekday calories, I specifically chose to eat a little bit less during the weekday so that I could eat more on the weekends. Now, this was calculated. This was intentional. This was not me starving myself on the weekdays and then binging on the weekends. That is not what this is at all. It was just a strategic way, because personally, I have weekends off. So like if I like want to go out to eat somewhere, or like have a treat, or like have some wine or something, if there's any time that I'm going to do it, it's going to be on the weekends. During the weekday, I work, going to the gym. I really don't have time to really do those types of things during the week. So that's not anything that I really have to worry about. So that I can do those things on the weekend, I strategically saved X amount. I'm not gonna tell you guys exactly how many calories I ate, but on the weekend, I would reserve those 2 days for more calories. So I would take my weekly average, I would split it between the weekdays and the weekends. And although like every day I wasn't eating the same amount of calories, when it comes to like compared to the weekdays and the weekends, my weekly averaged out where it needed to be. So that's a really good strategy. Like if you struggle like with, like you want to go out to eat, or you want to have like some wine, and these are things that you can definitely do while you're trying to lose fat. Just be smart about it. Like sometimes you might have to eat a little bit less during the week to save up calories for the weekend to enjoy, so that your weekly average still averages out to be a deficit. Now, again, this is not starving and binging. This is not that cycle. This is intentional and calculated. So if you're doing this, make sure that you calculate the calories accordingly. So yeah. And then as far as my workouts, I did strength training 4 to 5, or really, honestly, a lot of it was 3 to 4 days of strength training. Sometimes I went 5 days a week. It just depends on how my week was. And then as for cardio, people think you have to like max out on the cardio to lose fat. You do not. For me, it was on average 20 to 30 minutes a week of cardio, which was usually walking on the treadmill. So that's really what it was. High focus on strength training, like always, like it always is with me. And that's really what I did. I didn't do anything special. The magic was in what I ate and tracking my calories and controlling, that deficit. So that's where the magic is really going to lie. Now, of course, being active is important. You're going to burn calories that way. But at the end of the day, you could very easily not step a foot in the gym. As long as you're in a deficit, you're going to lose fat. Now, that's not necessarily what I recommend. It's great to work out. Aside from body goals, you need to work out for your health. But if we're just to get my point across, you could very easily just focus on a calorie deficit. If maybe you're not ready to get in the gym yet, and that's okay. Some people have to do baby steps. So if you're someone who is not ready to get in the gym yet, but you still want to work on losing fat, that's completely possible. Just work on your deficit, work on what you're eating, and that's really where the magic is going to lie in you meeting your fat loss goals. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I did. I'm really proud of my results. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So yeah, at this point, we're going to go ahead and switch gears. I finally filmed a clip of my workout, my leg workout earlier this week. I finally decided to do it because I just haven't filmed anything for you guys lately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this leg workout that I'm doing. And yeah, stay tuned for that. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video with that clip. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this overview of what I did for my cut was helpful. And like, subscribe, share with a friend, all those things. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
They call me Mr. Tips.
I'ma say this one time, one take, one lane, one grade, my food, my play, give up, I can't, no other option. One day I might buy mom a mansion. If I can't afford one, I'll buy a condo with some extensions. Who would've thought that we'd have a real show? That we would jump 3 up bumps in a row. Have our own match with a custom logo. Everything funded by me and the bros. I used to feel standing up in the crowd. Now I ask them to put me in the front like I'm choir directing. Would you like your God? He picked up the tables and turned them around. I'm getting paid to make puzzles with sounds. I dream in color and speak with authority. Give me the mic with a stage and a beat. You would think that I'm holding the scepter of ground.
Up to the ground. White they came out, they were kidding around. Black they told them we ain't kidding right now. They released the gold, they loving the sound. Loving the sound. Give me the second to calm myself down. I'm back in my city, I'm wearing my crown. Grew up in the struggle, my struggle had struggles. And so with my brothers that fall to the ground. We hustle for money, we greedy for wins. You didn't want that, you couldn't be it. I told my mama to plan on the kid. The future is here, the future alive. We use the ball to step out of bounds of poverty line. But never mind, the picnic involved, the money involved. And end of the time, the day. Hold on. I told my mama to plan on the kid. The future is here, the future alive. We're using the ball to step out of bounds of the poverty line. But never mind, the payment involved, the knowledge evolved, the homies involved, the money resolved. I'm digging the shoes, the hybrid is new, the city is cool, and I'm that dude. I'm that dude. I'm that dude. I'm digging the shoes, the hybrid is new, the city is cool, and I'm that dude. Bro, if I keep going.
I be in my own mind, thinking hard, meditate. Think once, speak twice, hesitate. I'm just trying to level up, levitate. Make another one so I can celebrate. Drop the beat, but I'm picking it up. It's on my back, putting me down, but I'm moving it up. They ain't never seen me act like this in the dirt. So to see, eat the pill and drink the juice like this. I'm just doing my thing. It's coming back in the clouds, so I'm waiting for rain. Me who I am, I'm untaking the chain. Sit in line, pay my dues, and I'm waiting for change. Let me slow it down and catch my breath. Give more than I get, so you know I'm blessed. When I turn in my work, I'ma give it my best. I'm waiting for the day that I can give it a rest. Woo! Let me catch my breath. Get more than I get, so you know I'm blessed. When I turn in my work, I'll give it my best. Waiting for the day I can give it a rest. And on that day, I'll hear well done. You ran your race, your job is done. You played your part, your work is finished. Rest well, my son.
Ready?
All of my friends, all of my friends, all of my friends, all of my good friends. That little thing on my hand, yeah. Run inside the room, feeling like I be staying. Make a place till I get my bands. I think it be when it shit begins. Food, boy needing food. No, I be straight when I'm bent off the juice. True blue, my Honda blue. Polo the shoes, fill up the room. All of my friends used to be close. Now where they go, God only knows. Out getting stoned, out on their own. We only talk when liquor involved. All of my friends wanting a week to end. All of my friends wanting a week to end. All of my friends, all of my friends. All of my friends wanting a week to end. Oh, saved by the bell, I'm about to make these moves, oh yeah. Oh, hitting my boot like burning juice through,